It is now 10:30 on Tuesday, March 21st, 2023. Happy spring for those of you that didn't realize with ice on your cars that it is spring. This is RW Town Realty training on Boost by HomeSpotter with Kristen Fredericks. Thank you, Kristen.
Thank you so much, Tim. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen for you guys.
While she's doing that, I'll remind you, go ahead and turn your cameras off to prevent lags for yourself. And if you do have questions, I think we've just discovered that the group of you can't type in the chat. So please raise your virtual hand. If you can't find your virtual hand, just unmute yourself and yell out and we'll get you. But if you can raise your virtual hand, we'll call on you when we get a good spot to take a break.
All right, thank you so much for joining me today. So today we're going to talk about Boost by HomeSpotter. This is a tool that's available to you to help facilitate your digital advertising and to make it nice and easy to be able to place digital ads and also Facebook and Instagram ads. The Boost by HomeSpotter is one of our Exceed providers from BHHS, which means that we get a discount and they often give us additional discounts and breaks. The nice thing is they will email you when they may have a coupon or they may have something running so that you can make some decisions on your own marketing, whether you'd like to go ahead and run and take advantage of that or not. Last month, I believe they had a 2-for-1 deal, which was fantastic. And we had a bunch of agents who took advantage of it. So Boost by HomeSpotter can actually be found on rwtconnect.com. It is one of our tools. It's going to be available in our quick links down here on the left-hand side. This is where we keep all of the links to all of our various tools. And there it is right there, Boost by HomeSpotter. This again is one of our SSOs or single sign-on connections. You will not need a username or password in order to connect to Boost by HomeSpotter as long as you connect through rwtconnect.com. In addition to this, it is MLS enabled, so it is going to bring in all of your MLS listings from all of our connected MLSs that we have so that you can run ads for all of your listings without having to load up all of that information. So I've already opened up Boost by HomeSpotter, and I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple of different options that you have here. There's really two components to Boost by HomeSpotter. One is to be able to do active listing promotion, and the other one is to do agent promotion, and they're two very different things. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look right here at the listing promotions. This one has been brought into us already by the MLS. So here we have the different MLSs here. We have Atlantic, we have Holly News, 48th Street, and we're able to go ahead and click create listing ad as soon as we're ready to go ahead and run that ad. So this is going to allow us to run a digital ad. So those digital ads are those things like those little squares that follow you around if you've ever been shoe shopping, and then it tries to encourage you to buy all of those shoes over and over and over again. So if you've gone to ESPN.com and you check in your scores and you see that great pair of shoes that's there from your shopping experience, or that if you go to check a news site and there's those shoes again, that's the kind of digital ads this will run. And in addition to this, it's going to go ahead and run those boosted posts on Facebook. So the top question we get is, do you have to have a Facebook business page in order to run these ads? While we would prefer it and we encourage you to do it just for lead generation for yourself, you do not have to have a Facebook business page in order to run these. You do have to have it connected to a Facebook business page, and you are of course welcome to use the company page in order to make that connection if you need to. We do have some agents who do not have a Facebook business page for one reason or another. I'm going to go ahead and just show you what one of these will look like. I'm going to go ahead and hit create listing ad here. And again, just to remember that the property has to be active in order to be listed here. So it's not going to show any coming soon listings. It's only going to show those actives. Okay. And it's just going to go ahead and give us some basic information. I want you to notice this little pop-up over here. Do you have any questions about Boost we can help with today? I love this chat feature. If you get stuck anywhere, you're not sure how to do something, please feel free to use their chat. They're wonderful people on here, and they've answered even questions I've had when we've been doing ads in here as well. It's really easy to create an ad. Again, this is a listing promotion ad. You are able to change the ad type. You are welcome to use these ads for any kind of price improvement or an upcoming open house, any kind of virtual tour, or if it's a new listing, you can change that. If you change this, it's actually going to change some of the verbiage that will be brought in automatically by the system. So if I want to go ahead and change this maybe to new listing instead, I want you to see how this little preview right here is going to change to ready for a new home. It's going to be give us that little new banner up here, and it's going to just change a little bit of how that conversation works on here. It's going to ask you how many views you would like. We find that this is pretty accurate in here. And it's going to give us our estimated views based on the address as well. So we know that this is in Virginia Beach. It's a more populated area than some of the others that we market. And it's going to ask us if we want to go ahead and maybe increase our views, but it's going to give us a recommendation on here. How fast should we get those views? It's going to give you the option to extend this out if you'd like to. So we can go to 2 weeks. We can keep it running for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And after 4 weeks, you would have to go ahead and extend that ad on your own in the system. You have something less than 3 days as well, or 7 days. You can go down to 3 days. This is a great option for those of you who might be running an ad for an open house. You might want to start running that open house ad maybe on Thursday. So you have Thursday, Friday, and then maybe your open house is on Saturday, and that ad is only going to run for those 3 days. This is one of our only partners that also is in Nextdoor as well. You can choose to add a Nextdoor ad into the system here. It's difficult to get into Nextdoor to do individual advertising, so we love Boost by HomeSpotter for that. In addition, this ad, again, is going to be shown on Facebook and Instagram, and then that digital ad is going to be shown on major networks. So it's going to follow people around and be shown on major news sources, sports sources, entertainment sources, things like that. It's going to go step by step over here on that right-hand side. It's going to just ask you to add some text and images. You can also edit this. So notice that it's brought in some basic information. It's given you that preview, but you can certainly edit this if you'd like to. It's nice and easy. You can change out your agent photo for those of you who might have a 2-person photo team, but you don't necessarily use it on your profile in our intranet. You can certainly change that out. We've had other agents who change that out for a team logo or something like that as well. And then, of course, you can also update the listing photo. If this isn't the best photo of the property, or you want to highlight a feature, maybe a great pool for the summertime, or you want to show a great view, you can certainly update those listing photos. The listing photos will come in from the MLS, so whatever photos are available in there will be available in here for you to choose from. It is going to ask you to choose your Facebook business page. This is just a dummy account right here. This Expert Agents for You. You'll be able to go ahead and connect to your Facebook business page. And again, if you can't connect to the Facebook business page, we can go ahead and use the company page if you need to as well. And then it's going to ask you to start making changes to this. So if you wanted to add realtor after this, or if you wanted to add, let's just do MRP, you'll notice it's changing over here on our preview. And then as soon as we're ready, we can go ahead and save and update,
Hey,
and
Kristen,
it will automatically add. Yes.
Kristen, I'm gonna stop you. There's a couple of questions. Karen Moskowitz, if you want to go first.
Sure.
On that upload to page, does it have to be a Facebook page or can it be our own website?
It needs to be, in order to have the Facebook ad running, it needs to connect to a Facebook business page, but you can connect the click through to your website, which I'll show you in just a second. Were there any other questions?
Yes, the Lynn Haven office has a question.
Sure.
Quick question. So when you guys have like the previews of like you can change it to open house advertisement or whatever, just clarifying, you can change the verbiage that's in there, right? Like,
oh, absolutely.
A new home, like I could, if I didn't want it to say that, because if someone else used the template, obviously I don't want their ad to look the same as mine. Can I modify that?
Yes, absolutely. All of this is modifiable.
Hey,
Sorry, Kristen, I'm doing 2 things at once. Lynn Haven
Yeah,
has
it's okay.
a question still.
Okay, go ahead.
We have a group here, so please forgive us with our multiple questions. But
No apologies. Ask away.
yeah,
The $149, is that, can we utilize this for Facebook without boosting, or is that the price to boost it through Facebook?
So this is all inclusive. So that 149 that you see here for the 3 days for this many views is going to be an inclusive price of the boost on Facebook, the Instagram ad, and the display ad, and adding Nextdoor on here. If I take off Nextdoor, it drops to 99 for this.
so the boost, like this app or this program that we're using is strictly to literally boost ads. So you're going to pay something every time for this ad to be shown because you're picking how many days, how long the duration is, things like that. Like this isn't something I could just go and post an open house for a week in advance at no fee. Like I'm still going to pay that $99 or whatever that cost is depending on what I choose.
For this particular thing, yes, we have other tools that we can use to help you automate things like posting open houses to your Facebook account without having to boost them for free that will be coming up in our education. Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I think we have one more question, Tim. Karen, go ahead.
I think she took her hand down, Kristen.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and move on then. And again, if you have any, just go ahead and raise your hand, but let me go ahead and get through this listing promotion piece because I still need to cover the agent promotion piece as well. And then I'll come back to additional questions. in a
Oh,
few.
1 second. She's raised her hand again. Karen, go ahead and unmute.
Hi, I was just wondering when we add Nextdoor, where on Nextdoor does that go? Is it all Virginia Beach? Is it certain neighborhoods? Is it all of Virginia? Where does that go?
So when you add it to Nextdoor, it is going to go into the surrounding neighborhoods around where the listing is located. And that will change depending on what the metro area looks like as well. So some of our areas that aren't quite as dense, the reach may be a little bit further. Some of them that are more dense, obviously, will be more confined.
You look good to go, Kristen.
All right, thank you, Regina.
Thanks, Regina. Thanks, Kristen.
Sure. All right, so we've covered ad text and images, where it's going to be, and then we can change who will see this ad. So this is actually going to try to put our pin right around the location of the home, but you don't have to use it there. If you would actually like to move this, you are welcome to, so you can change this. Do know that the Facebook rules and regulations, though, limit this to a 15-mile radius for Facebook. Yes, it covers the majority of like those southeast areas or the peninsula or the upper part of North Carolina when you do that, but Facebook doesn't go any lower than a 15-mile radius right now. The digital advertising, however, will be a little bit tighter than that to try to give you a little bit more coverage in here as well. Once you have chosen your ad to target, you can actually say, where will these clicks go? You're going to be able to go ahead and edit this. So you can put this wherever you would like. So you can add a virtual tour link. You can require things like, do you want an email address to view the photos? Or you can use a custom landing page. So they have a landing page in here already built in, or you can send them somewhere else. So we can send them to our own landing page. So in this case, it tried to pull in our brokerage landing page as the default, but you are welcome to put it in here as well. So if you want to go right to the listing detail page on your own website, you are welcome to. If you want to go straight to a virtual tour landing page that might have been created for it, you're welcome to do that as well. Whatever you'd like, you can actually put in your own landing page here. The ads will be checked for relevancy though, and that's by the system. So if you're advertising 123 Main Street, your landing page needs to be for 123 Main Street or something related, just to make sure that there is a great user experience there. Okay. And after that, you can go ahead and check out. Again, remember I said, keep an eye out for those discount codes. They come out fairly often. And sometimes this will get you more impressions. Sometimes this will give you a little bit, give you a deal on something, or it'll say, you know, something like you can add Nextdoor for free, and it will go ahead and change those pricings. But do keep an eye on that pricing. So it does have a nice budget on it. You can lower it to meet your expectations and needs. So if you wanted to do something that more in the 49 range, you still have a great number of views. And again, for 7 days, and you can certainly change your pricing around on here. All right, so that is for listing pages or for listing promotions. The additional piece that we have in here, this is going to be bad for me today. Hold on one second. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and scroll all the way down here. And in addition to the listings, it also has an agent promotion campaign. I love these. They're only $99 a month. And it has one of my favorite features in all of our digital marketing offerings. And that's the ability to send to an email address list. So for those of you who are trying to keep up with all of your clients and customers that you've had over the years, this is a great way to do it. So notice here we have that special offer. Again, they're that Exceed partner with BHHS. So it's going to tell us that we have a monthly subscription, or we can buy 3 months for the price of 2. This is a cancel anytime. So if you only want to run this for 1 month, that's great. You can log in and cancel this. There's no long-term commitments like we see with some of our other digital vendors that are looking for quarterly or yearly commitments for this. And again, it's going to show you what that campaign is and your expectations up here. Here's the monthly on auto renewal. You can cancel anytime. And here's what our goal is, 8,000 to 12,000 monthly ad views. So it's really similar in some respects to the listing ad. You're going to be able to choose where those clicks need to go. So again, this is trying to send it directly to a website in this particular case. So you'll want to go ahead and change that. You can go to a custom landing page. The nice thing about this is if you're doing something like a giveaway, maybe you have something like, you know, click here to get a checklist, or click here to RSVP for something or something like that. You can go ahead and change your custom landing page at any time. Probably the number one question I get is, can we change these ads in the middle of a cycle? Sure. So we had an agent recently who had an event in a particular subdivision, a very large subdivision. It was an invite only for those residents. She ran an ad on the agent promotion side for about a week leading up to it. And then as soon as that was done, she just swapped it back out for her normal agent branding again. So you are welcome to go ahead and change those at any time in here. So you have an additional thing of who can see these ads. If I go ahead and click edit on here, it's going to allow me to go ahead and pick. So we know that this agent happens to be in Virginia Beach, so it's going to just center for Virginia Beach for right now. You can go ahead and change this if you would like. We have people who run it around a particular neighborhood or around a particular area. We have people who run it out of town, especially some of our military agents who know that orders are coming in from a particular area. We've seen them run advertisement in a different town. You can advertise pretty much anywhere you'd like to on here. But here's that favorite feature of mine, is add a custom audience of contacts and website visitors. So this is just going to allow us to upload contacts in here, and it's going to try to match them based on their email address and their phone number. So if you have a CSV file, so we can save that pretty easily out of most CRMs, or you can take an Excel sheet and change it into a CSV file, you can upload that. So not only is it going to tag your geographical area that you put in here, so in this case, this is looking for Virginia Beach, but it's also going to go against the contact list that's in here and try to match that up to different IP addresses and different devices so that you can get right in front of people that you've already worked with and people who know you.
Kristen, before moving on, our Lynn Haven office has a question.
Sure.
Lynn Haven?
Okay, 2 hopefully quick questions. So one, are the color, like on our screen, it looks like there's like a blue background here. Is that going to be like web page underneath that, or is that like how the ad will appear with that blue background?
This is just a representative of a phone. This is the actual ad right here. And the next step in here is to customize that artwork. So you can actually customize all the artwork that's in here, or you can use their system default.
Okay, and then the second question that we had was, I might be jumping a little bit ahead, but with the using this, are you able to do something like if you have a buyer who's specifically looking at a certain neighborhood, could you do like an agent ad, but like, hey, I have a buyer who's looking at your neighborhood, or am I
Absolutely.
jumping far ahead?
Absolutely.
Okay,
So,
sorry.
and that was my next, actually, that's a good segue. So hold on to that next question. So let me answer that because it's a great thing. One of the trainings that is coming up at some point is Cole Realty Resource, which does have custom email addresses in it. While we don't encourage you to use it for emailing, one of the nice things is you can use it to try to match email addresses into a system like this where you can upload contacts, and it's just trying to match against it. So it's not like it's showing up on their phone as a ding kind of thing. It's just going to, essentially just target them based on that email address or that geolocation that they have on laptop, desktop, or mobile, depending on what they can match. So do keep an eye out for the class on Cole Realty Resource, because it kind of goes in with this tool to show you how to do that kind of reverse prospecting.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Freeline is also
Kristen?
great for using this too, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, we have another question. Patty?
I just wanted to ask, the Boost, is this particular resource all fee driven, or is some of this built in without fees, or is this just mostly all fee driven advertising?
Boost by HomeSpotter is all fee driven advertising right now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Looks good, Kristen. If you want to keep going, are we done?
Not quite done yet.
You
Hang in
got
there.
8 minutes.
I promise. The next thing we can do is go ahead and add those text and images, and that comes into that question that we have here. So again, we can go ahead and connect our Facebook business page to this. We can go ahead and change all of this information. If you start changing any of this text, of course, it'll show up over here on the left-hand side. But here's that button that says upload your own ad, and it's going to give you the dimensions that you need. So here's the dimensions you need for your Facebook image, and here's the dimensions you need for that web image. So for that little square that's going to follow you around like you're buying shoes or buying tools kind of thing. These are available in Marketing Resource. Hopefully you guys have had a chance to take a look at some of the material that came out from the launch day and from BHHS. Marketing Resource has a full library of ads. These are also available to be custom done by the marketing department. We do a lot of custom ads. Just let us know when an order goes in for whatever reason that you're doing a Boost by HomeSpotter, and our designers know to create these two sizes and two images in here. Okay. So I wanted to show you, we've been looking at the Facebook, the social ad here, but you can actually toggle between the social ad and what the web ad will look like. So this is what that square looks like. And again, that blue background's not here. That's just a representative of phone. It's just this square right here. And this is the basic ad template. We do encourage you to customize it as much as possible. So it's just showing us where the different locations are going. Notice that this one does not have a next door option on it. It's only available in the listing promotion. And you can also add a discount code to this one as well. This one is a flat fee. It is billed at $99 a month. And again, do take advantage of any discounts that they give us or something like this with our special offers of 3 months for the price of 2. This changes fairly often. So we always have a discount or a promotion going on in here. I saw there was another question.
Yeah, Jessica has a question.
Hi, quick question. Rosenwomble had geofencing advertising. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks like this would be like replacing what we had with the geofencing advertising.
So it does. You can use it for geofencing advertising. We actually have another digital vendor that you can actually do plot points on. So if you wanted something that was extremely tight, we would use a slightly different tool for that. Do keep an eye out for the class on Chalk Digital. And it does a great job with that. But yes, you can definitely use this for geo-targeting. Mm-hmm.
You're good, Kristen.
All right. That's it. So we covered the listing presentations and we covered the agent promotions as well. And I'm happy to answer any additional questions you might have about Boost by HomeSpotter.
Jenna, go ahead.
Hi, when you were talking about the active listing promotions, the example you used, for instance, was up Bay Colony.
Mhm.
It's using a 15-mile radius. Are you able to do like a drawn polygon? Because a lot of that 15-mile is going to be in the water.
So, only the Facebook side of this is going to be limited to the 15 miles. So what I would do in that case, because of the waterfront, and we have this fairly often, obviously for Virginia Beach and some of our northern neck properties and Outer Banks and things like that. Go ahead and just move that pin back and just centralize it just a little bit more. Maybe pull it back to the other side of, maybe the other side of Oceana, or kind of right on that Chesapeake, Virginia Beach border. And that'll give you that 15-mile radius that's just a little bit better and keeps you on land essentially.
Got it.
Our area is a little bit unique in the fact that we have so much water.
All right, any other questions for Kristen on Boost by HomeSpot? And she mentioned two things. The first one she mentioned was Cole Neighborhood. That will be in April. One of the first weeks in April, we'll be doing the Cole with Neighborhoods training. And Chalk Digital, Kristen will actually be doing next Tuesday at that same time, or the same time at 10:30. So Kristen will be doing that next Tuesday, March 28th at 10:30 on the Chalk Digital. Julie, go ahead.
One quick question. You were talking about that you can upload your contacts in there to be targeted. Can you do that in addition to wanting to target a neighborhood, or is it only going to go to one thing or another?
Nope, you could do it in addition to. So we do, there's an agent we have right now that's running multiple promotions that are highly targeted to specific neighborhoods, and they've also attached a list. They've kind of split up their CRM and they're running over top of the neighborhood. Plus they've got another, 600 people in each of the ads just running that kind of promotion against it as well. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? All right, thank you, Kristen. I guess I will see you